Hey, so, just finished my meditation and, um, I was thinking, I mean, on my way to, on my way to work today, so much going on today again. It's another crazy day. Have Unity that I play music for, and now I'm going to be a part of a Unity concert with my friend Rami and some other artists. And on my way, I was listening to this book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, which I highly recommend. I'm like reading a bunch of different books right now, or listening to, I should say. I love audiobooks the most. But he was talking about how most people don't think about what they will leave behind, like the impact that they have, or their legacy, what they leave behind in that way. Like, and I thought that was wild, because I feel like I've been thinking about that since childhood. No, I know I've been thinking about that since childhood. That's all I think about all the time. I don't know. I was really surprised by that. Every single thing that I do, I'm always thinking, what kind of impact will this have, or could this have, or even if it just helps one person, then I consider myself to have contributed in some way to my human existence, I guess. And there's, for most of my life, I have felt that anything and everything I did was just not enough, or living up to that idea. But I can say that now I finally feel like I feel at peace that if I died, I feel like I've done something to contribute, I guess. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I have always just chased this thing, like, I need to do this so that it means something, or it helps people, and I need to do this, and have always had this giant expectation and this high standard, and was always beating myself up for not doing enough, or it not meaning enough or something. And when I finally, like, surrendered to that and stopped trying so hard, it feels like it actually finally began to do what I had hoped, or something like that. I think another part of it too is that I had lost there. I went through a period of time in more recent years where I just didn't believe in anything, like, like this doom feeling, like, oh, when I die, or when we die, like, there's nothing, like, that's it. Because I would hear people talk about that, and I was like, oh my god, that just, like, was so hard to wrap my mind around. But also, just, I kind of just started to become more and more cynical, and more negative, and more just couldn't see the purpose. And then I went through really hard time, and then experienced some crazy shit, and everything just made sense. I absolutely believe in something more. And in fact, I think that this universe, this realm, whatever this is, this illusion of our, the one thing we come from, this is like the mental, the mind of it, this is hell in some aspects. I mean, I don't mean that in like a way that's like, this sucks. Sometimes it does. But I think this is like the what, you know, what people talk about and maybe have talked about forever about hell, the things that we suffer through in this universe when we attach to it. That's actually what hell is. And so returning after we die, returning to that singularity, that awe. I mean, how could you fear that or feel anything but peace around that, I guess. I don't know. Oof. I went down a path and a rabbit hole, and now I got to get my mind ready for this concert to play guitar, an instrument that I so don't even consider myself really. I'm a master of no instruments. I'm a master of no musical instruments. I just can play some things. You know what it is? It's because I've always just looked at an instrument and went, oh, I can play that, and I would pick it up and play it. There was never really like the thoughts surrounding it. But it's funny to me because they're like shouting chords at me and I'm like, I have no idea, just play it and, you know, and I'll figure it out. But I just think it's funny that I got hired to be a guitar player for this show when I'm just so not a guitar player, in my opinion. So yeah, anyways, I digress again. I just kind of, thank you for listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow.